if some of the information that you need to convey is very factual, it's data, it's technical, honestly, storytelling in its simplest form is the most efficient. But sometimes less is more, even when it comes to storytelling. So I'm not now talking about telling a great big long blown story. Replace the word story even with adding the human element. Just to give you an example of this, I was training some pharmaceutical professionals whose role was to market their new drugs to the medical profession. They literally sometimes had to follow a doctor down a corridor and try and grab them in their lunch break, their coffee break. We know that doctors don't have a lot of time, so you need to get to the essence of the message really quickly. And these people were very resistant to having to include a story. But if you change it to adding that human element, instead of all the facts and figures of how quickly the drug will work, how much money it will save, you simply put it in terms of what it would mean for either a single patient or a community of patients, or the time it would save a team of doctors. Then you've added the human element, and in that moment, in that very swift moment, you've conveyed a lot of information. Now, if they have the time, then they will come back to you and say, well, where is the data on this? So doing it that way, rather than giving them the data and saying, but what does this mean for the human beings, is a much quicker way of doing it. So it might be, for example, that this drug means that something can be administered intravenously instead of by a lengthy hospital treatment. So what does it mean for Catherine, I'm going to say? Less time at the hospital, more time with her family, more time at the in the hospital for other patients, less money being spent. It can be something as simple as that. So storytelling comes in all forms. There will definitely be times where you would tell the full story. Sometimes less is more, just simply adding the human element.